Hey, it's Neo. Got another reaction for I might be a little bit late on this one. I was busy a couple days ago. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. Um, yeah, Borderlands final trailer. So this is gonna be the one. Okay, first off, I gotta say, fuck yeah, thank you Comic Con, thank you Comic Con, thank you for giving me so much content for me to react to. I love it. I love it. Best of all, this is like a 1 minute and 37 1 minute and 30 second 37-second video. I'll leave that in because I don't want to do too much editing for this. So yeah, exactly. So I don't have to do too much editing for this. Fucking fantastic. Um, because editing long videos is rough. Hey, shout out to all the editors out there who like do it as a job. All right. I mean, I, as a person who just like watched a bunch of YouTube back then, or just not back then, just who just watched a bunch of YouTube videos and didn't do any editing. Like I already knew it was hard, but goddamn, to do it professionally, you, yeah, hats off to you. Anyway, I might have a bit of a spicy take on this particular movie. And if I'm gonna have a spicy take, then of course I'm gonna have to upload this reaction to this trailer. So this is gonna be the final trailer. So like this is pretty much gonna be like the most accurate like that like representation of what to expect from this movie. Um, so my take of this whole situation for the Borderlands movie is I actually have not been following it too much. Like mostly because anytime something happens in the Borderlands like development for the Borderlands movie, like whenever news comes out, like oh look at the casting, right? It's always like my uh like friends who are always telling me like about like what's happening, and I so I never really have a need to look it up because they're telling me already. So what I know, my understanding is that everything in this movie looks good. It looks good, but like, but the casting choices are very, very questionable. Um, in my hot take on this is, um, they're doing it for the press, you know. Like if like in my opinion, it is a win-win for them to have this like these star-studded actors, right? These are some big names, and have them play these characters, and they're like, and it's like somehow like except for maybe Jack Black, he might be a good casting choice, but like everyone who plays like an actual acting role, like not just their voice, uh, they they just don't seem to really um, make sense as casting choices, right? That's what people tell me, and I am inclined to agree with them when I actually just like imagine the character and then I imagine the actor that they chose. My uh, theory, my tinfoil hat conspiracy is that it was on purpose. They want you to talk about it. Like this is the reason why I'm hearing about it. It's generating all the buzz and like in the game in the movie, and the movie looks good, right? Like I'm already just looking at this first screen. This is a sick shot. right? This is like a cool fucking cyberpunk looking city, and this is just Atlas Corporation. Yeah, I mean, like, this looks like how I imagine a Borderlands movie to look. Anyway, uh, I think yeah, I think the movie is self aware of what it's doing, and I think it's going to they're going to either they're just like kind of doing cynically, where it's like you're gonna watch it anyway, no matter like how like how bad it turns out, right? Because it's Borderlands. The movie looks good visually, and you got these actors, even if these actors aren't like what you would imagine them looking like, you know. But there might be a method to the madness. That there's the other possibility that um, maybe it's it's part of the joke, or they're setting something up for later in the movie. I don't know. Like it's like to me, it might be one of those cases where once you actually watch the movie, then the casting choices might come out making sense, or you might think, "Wow, what a genius idea!" Right? Um, yeah, because like to me, like some things just don't add up. Why? It's just how can everything else be so good when the casting choices are so bad, right? That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me. Like, they could have one badly casted person and everyone else is spot on, and that one person could have carried it. And then you could have big stars play other roles, throw them in there somehow, and make sure you get enough people interested. But no, they went and changed uh, what you would imagine the main cast looking like, right? If you've ever played the games. Something's fishy to me. Something's fishy to me. Anyway, let's check out this final trailer. I know I'm a little bit in the way. That's on purpose because this is supposed to be a fair use thing, right? I gotta change the video. I just gotta change the video for this reaction just enough, right? And me covering completely this no, I'm not gonna be right in the middle, and but like yeah, take up more video. The video slightly becomes more of my content than anything. No, but I'm not sure if that's actually how it works. Don't take me. I'm just don't take me too seriously on that. I'm partially doing a bit. All right, let's get into it. So he was Roland. Here's Siren or Lilith. Is that Tina? And this is I forgot her name, but she does not look anything like the in-game character. Like maybe just the haircut, and that's it. The secret lost vault of Pandora. You ready to kick some ass? Okay, hold on. I want to rewatch some of that. These like really short cuts. I really want to like take a look at all of it. It's been a long time since I've played Borderlands, so actually, man, yeah, you gotta forgive me for this one. I might miss out on a few references because it's been that long since I played Borderlands 1. I'm guessing that's Moxie. Not Moxie's, not Moxie. That I mean, given the casting choices, it wouldn't surprise me if this turned out to be Moxie. But like, I'm pretty sure they won't have Moxie without clown makeup at least. But no, I don't think this is actually Moxie's. No, this place looks too fancy. Oh wait, no. Maybe I was wrong. So this is gonna be like the main crew of the show. Okay, it's just these five following. Okay, okay, and then Claptrap, right? The secret lost. Oh, that looks so. This looks so good. I want to like this movie. Maybe like part of me like hoping that this is all planned, right? I just want to like the movie. Borderlands is a series I enjoyed, and it was one of the funniest video games I ever played. Um, I'm I see that's another thing. It's supposed to be funny. So like maybe the casting choices was supposed to be funny. It's just, maybe it's all part of it. What? Oh my god. This did this actually happen in the game? I really don't remember. You ready to kick some ass? Hold on. Did we ever go to space? Borderlands 1? I really don't remember that. Maybe in the DLC? When was space involved in until like after you open the vault, right? Maybe something involving space happens? Oh, satellites. Yeah, satellites do stuff with certain weapons. Like some like corporations had some like Atlas I think had its satellite. I don't know what it did. Oh, oh, I remember what the satellite is. Mm, mm, can I? Spoiler warning. Okay, spoiler warning. I think like one of the sirens. I forgot the name. The one that like talks to you, like the Cortana figure of the game. I think she was on the satellite. I think that's what this is. I might just be making that up, but I really kind of feel like that's what it was. That's the only thing I can think of involving satellite in Borderlands for now. Continuing.
Mass. Okay, let's go. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
If the legends were true, I'm the only one.
What? Hold on. What was that? Was there ever a time where no, we didn't have to do this ever?
If the legends were true.
Tannis was her name, right? Yeah, she looks nothing like Tannis.
I'm the only one.
I'm sorry if I'm just like stopping all the time. There's just so much to analyze in like one scene. Okay?
Who can open the vault?
I just don't remember Tina doing stuff like that, right? Isn't she just like the crazy girl that just like blows things up? Like, hey, Tina, we need you to blow things up. And she goes like, yeah, you got a skibbity or something, something like that. She was always like memeing it up, and blowing things up. I don't remember her talking about like needing to save the world or some shit like that. Wait, who was that?
Legends were true. I'm the only one who can open the vault.
Oh, maybe she's like saying like I can open the vault because I have enough explosives too. Maybe that's what it is. Because that it was a little bit uncharacteristic of her, like seeming like she's like responsible. Who is this person? Is this like who's the main bad guy again? Was it Knox? His name was Knox? General Knox or something? Is that right? Am I imagining a different video game? Let me know.
What are you doing?
Wait. Who what a shot to stop on. This is horrifying. No, that's too far back. What is this? Oh, is what's his name? Is Earl the was Earl the catch a ride guy? Or was Earl was he like the what you want guy, The guy who like gives you all the rare items? I don't know. I wonder if like you're gonna see a guy say, if they're gonna be like, there's got to be a moment where the guy says, and it's gonna like zoom in. It's gonna be like suspenseful. It's gonna like pause. Like it's gonna like zoom in on his face. Like, hey, catch a ride. It's gonna be like catch a ride or something like that. I'm wait. That's gonna be the moment I'm looking forward to the most. I love like whenever he says catch a ride. It's just like anytime you pass by the vehicle like station thingy, you just hear it every time. He's got like such an annoying voice too, but it's like so endearing too at the same time. sorry, sorry. I'm just. Uh, okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Turbo boosters. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And the rockets. Yeah. I don't remember doing that.
Follow me this way. I have a tremendous sense of
Is that Jack Black? This guy has got some range. Okay, like I'll say this so far, from what I'm seeing, I get it when people say that this does not look like Borderlands, right? Not like I mean, what I mean is this does not look like my experience from when I played Borderlands the game. But but from what I'm seeing so far, the humor is on point. And I that's the important thing to take away from this. The humor is on point. Something I've learned actually from actually it's happening right now. You know, this season of Oshinoko, um this season of Oshinoko in season 2, they're actually going through this topic right now. It's hard to adapt a manga for a stage play, right? Because you know it's a manga, and you want to get to, and it can take as long as it needs to, but it eventually needs to reach some form of conclusion to a story. Um, to be able to condense that into a stage play takes some creativity, and you're gonna have to bastardize a few things that made the original source material special. You're gonna have to sacrifice some things because some things just don't translate well on stage, especially if you have less time to even like tell the story. Way less time. Okay? So maybe they did try to do a more faithful adaptation for Borderlands. Maybe they ran the simulations. They wrote like a script draft. You know, probably like something they took a day or two to like, hey, let's imagine how this would play out. I don't know how movie making works, right? But it maybe I would assume that they would plan things out. Maybe they did try that, and maybe they figured it just wouldn't work well. So what they do is make sure they keep like the most one of the most important things about Borderlands is the sense of humor, right? Like, remember what I said earlier? The sense of humor is something you have to like pay attention here. That is like a key point in Borderlands. It was everything. The advertising, the CEO of the company, he was like really funny. I think he became kind of controversial later on, but I think he's always been funny, right? The guy like the original creator of Borderlands, um, and Gearbox. I think I think they just wanted to make sure the movie was funny. I think that's what they cared about, and I think people. My thinking is people shouldn't expect this to feel like Borderlands the game. It shouldn't feel like this was my journey that I did with my friends, right? On but now on the big screen, I don't think that's what they're trying to do. I don't haven't seen any indication of that. They're having certain story beats to make things look still familiar, still make it Borderlands, but they're trying to make it work for the big screen. And maybe this is what came out of that. that brainstorm. And I think I haven't seen anything offensive yet personally. I know it's just very different, right? It's just very. I think that's the only crime here is that it's too different from the game. But I think as long as it stays funny, it should be fine. People just should enjoy this as just a comedy movie. You don't have to like think about it as something to relive your Borderlands experience. You know, I think you're better off playing like one of the Borderlands sequels to do that, something like that, or another video game that's very similar to Borderlands to relive something like that. You know,
Feel free to applaud. Follow me this way. I have a tremendous sense of
I like his voice for Claptrap.
Nobody kills me but me.
Okay, so is that what was his name? The Psycho, right? Isn't this guy, his name is Krieg? I think that was his name, right? He was the DLC character for Borderlands 1, I think, right? So he basically, I'm guessing he's taking the place of Brick, right? Because hey, you know what? I was a Brick main, okay? And if I had to say that if they had to take the liberties and like swap him out with anybody to make the story more interesting, I'd say Krieg was like a good choice, right? I want to say his name is Krieg. I don't want to say it with so much conviction that like I know, like the Psycho, right? He was a funny guy. He was a funny character. Like if you ever played him, he wasn't like my main, but like I would hear his like his voice quotes and he'd always say some pretty funny on his shit, right? Like he would be like a genius in 1 second, and then he'd say something absolutely insane in the next second. Brick was just like Brick was just kind of like just like a meathead. He was funny. He was, he was like a lovable oaf, but I don't think he was as funny as Krieg, right? And like, listen, I was a Brick main. Nobody wants to see Brick more than I do.
Nobody kills me but me. Here I come.
Is is it is it the One Piece? Could it possibly be the One Piece? The biggest treasure yet. One Piece is real. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm a big One Piece fan, so I'm gonna have to like shout it out whenever I get the chance. Sorry. Okay. Where's Pandora? How did he know that was P? How would you know? That was like a completely different like species. That was like an alien creature. How do you know what is pee and what's like spit or what's like, otherly bodily fluids? I don't know. Okay.
You get a bullet. You get a bullet. Big bullet coming.
Okay.
Get through this.
Oh yeah. That's one of Tina's classic bombs. Jamie Lee Curtis. She's gonna be in One Piece. Speaking of One Piece, she's gonna be in the next season. I'm so fucking hyped. She's gonna be Dr. Correa. It's gonna be so cool. Bobby Lee, what are you doing in this movie? Dude, some weird shit came out with this guy, didn't it? Like he's dude's kind of a freak. I'm surprised he still has a job and like I'm surprised he's still able to be on like a the big screen like this. Didn't it like like sexually assault the dude on like Logan Paul's podcast? I think that happened. I'm surprised he didn't get canceled for that. Oh, hold on. I need to see Moxie. Okay, yeah, cuz like at I was actually just at Comic-Con. Um I only did went there for a day. Uh and they had they had Moxie's bar as a display model there. It was so cool. It was so cool. It got me pretty hyped for the movie actually. It was like actually reminded me that the movie exists. Like again, the Borderlands movie is something I just do not see on my feed ever because everyone just tells me about it, right? So that was like literally just like the first time I thought about the Borderlands movie since the last time my friends told me about it. And it had to happen in Comic Con. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Okay, I'll take a picture here. And it looks just like this. It looked this the display looks just like this. Hello, Moxie.
How are we gonna get through this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, okay, see, look, this that movie. I mean, that this trailer makes it look like a fun movie. What was Borderlands? What do you remember about Borderlands? If you've ever played the first one, it was it was a fun game. It was funny. You know, it didn't take itself too seriously, and I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from this movie. You know, maybe call me naive, optimistic. I don't know. I think I think this movie so far, I don't see why it's getting so much slack. You know, seems fine to me. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna check it out. Maybe in the theaters if I can get anybody interested in joining me. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions of stuff I can react to. I'm always looking for new content, something interesting. You know. So far, all I do is just kind of scroll my feed and like, ooh, I want to watch that. Maybe I should just watch it later when I can, for do it while I'm recording. um, yeah. Anyway, see ya.